Hey, the dialogue in these chapters alone are top tier. Never mind the beautiful panels, just the dialogue is fire.
Him, bodies! They're all dead.
What's up, y'all? We back at it with another chapter of Kaedegami, chapter 16. And when it comes to Z's character, we really learned a lot about her within the past few chapters. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe a situation that's going on with Chiyou and Ku happens with Z and the monster that, that took out her family. But we about to get into this chapter, man. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. So the chapter starts off with a bit of a flashback where you got Ku and Chiyou talking to one another. And you have it where Chiyou says, there's something I need to tell you. There's something I need to explain to you. And when I'm saying this, I'm like, yo, what's she about to tell him? Is she about to say that this monster we're up against is a real threat? But then it jumps to present day where you got Ku facing off against this, this monster, and you see that she's controlling the weather. She's making lightning and rain, and it's just storming all around. And you got it where, Ku is saying like, yo, how is this happening? She's warping nature itself. Now, this is an amazing power, yo. This is a crazy power. And then she says, that's right. This is the storm within my hands. And you got it where she's thinking about, or she's speaking about Chiyou and how her power was in the past. Like, I want to see what all of Chiyou's abilities from the past, because you have it where this monster goes to say one of the classic powers of the god of war. Her fable means of haunting enemy advances by blinding eyes and slowing feet. It's an ability that none besides Nubu was ever able to overcome. So this Nubu girl that we met a few chapters ago within the last arc, she's got to be quite powerful. I want to see what she's capable of as well. But you got it where this monster goes to say, and one that seems almost perfect for me, don't you think? The ideal way to destroy the two of you. And you have it where she goes to attack Ku. She manages to rip Ku's sword in half because he was rushing towards her, thinking he could slash her. Next thing you know, you have it where this corroded water starts attacking Ku as well. And while all this is going on, you got it where Z is there watching it, and she's just too afraid to move. She's too afraid to do anything. And of course, you have it where the transformation between, or the merger between Ku and Chiyou becomes undone. And you have it where Ku falls on the ground and Chiyou is just standing there. And you have it where, this monster goes to attack Ku, but of course you have it where Chiyou fends off the attack, and you have it where she's staring at her with a deep eye, and she says, and then you have it where the monster tells Chiyou like, yo, you're the god of war. Did you still not understand? Never bring a human happiness, because that shows that she truly did care for Z. Everything she did was for Z benefit, but it's just that Z didn't receive it the way that, she wanted her to. It's just because Z was just speaking on emotion, but not what she truly wanted. She didn't want her family to be taken out. She was upset with her family, but she never wanted that to happen to her family. That's no different than when you get upset with your parents and you're like, I hate you. You don't mean it, but your emotions are going. And, it seems as if, this monster doesn't understand that. But you have it where she goes to tell Chiyou like, yo, our kind are feared and despised, forced into the shadows of this world. All you will ever bring is fear and chaos, meaning no humans can truly love, a monster, their race. And you have it where she looks at Chiyou and says, you and I are monsters of the same stripe, are we not? And then you have Chiyou laughing saying, monsters? I don't even know how to respond to that. She says, I have birthed countless battlefields on which I have buried countless foes. Like, yo, her resume of body's gotta be crazy, yo. The fact that she said that, I birthed countless battlefields of which I buried countless foes. She says, and I enjoyed every moment of it. She enjoyed what she did in the past. She said, I enjoyed every moment of it, and it was all a great game to me. She says, my storm shattered the earth, my sword swallowed untold lives. I was hailed as a legendary monster to be feared by all. Hey, yo, she does sound crazy. Then you even have it where she laughs a little bit about it. She starts laughing. She said, it was all such fun. Those were the days. But my dear, you got all this energy swirling around. She says, I've changed. She says, I've witnessed incredible loyalty of my retainer. I beheld the beauty of fractured heavens. I've learned much of the lives of humans, whereas before they were nothing more than corpses in my wake. Damn, the dialogue is crazy in this series. She says, love has taken root within me, you pitiful beast. I will never be anything like you. You have it where this monster says, and just what do you expect to accomplish with a broken sword? And she says, have you forgotten? These are the hellfires of war, flames that can melt steel and craft weapons anew. And this time, my flames will forge the weapon by which you will be slain. Oh my gosh, and you have it where she turns the sword, the broken sword of Ku, into like some type of lance with or a spear, so to speak. And you have it where she says, are you ready, Ku? He says, you bet. And then you have Z bearing witness to this. He says, the left hand we recovered had the god of war power to create weapons. She recrafted the broken sword into a new weapon. And then you have it where Ku and Chiyou fuse again. And you have it where it jumps back to a flashback from the beginning of this chapter. And you have it where, you know, Chiyou goes to say, I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. The fearsome god of battle, I never had much use for feelings. I thought I was beyond things like love and loyalty. But ever since I lost my body and met you, I felt something growing inside of me, little by little. For the first time in my life, I want to protect someone. Ku, you've changed me, and I want to protect you. I don't want anything bad to happen to you or to any of the humans. I want to be someone who protects, who fights against demons, which is why I want to ask this one favor of you, so that I can be what I want to be. And that's just like, oh man, that was just such an amazing. She says, and so that we can see the sun rise on a beautiful new day together. And you have it where they're pretty much, it jumps back to present day where Ku actually managed to slash this monster. And you see that the slash wasn't enough to take it down. It was good, but not quite good enough. And then Ku says, I better go in for the kill. And right before he can deliver the final blow, you have it where Z jumps into the battle, and she says, I understand now. All this time I envied him and accepted by something so beautiful and terrible, for being able to swallow all that fear, all of that power, by giving up everything to stand with something so formidable. He achieved what I had so desperately wanted to. So this right here means she wanted that type of bond. She wanted that relationship with this monster. And you have it where this monster is looking at her, and the monster calls out and says, Z name. She says, it's too late for me now. I've lost any right I had to tell you all of this. She says, the truth is to sacrifice myself to your beautiful existence. And then she says, I wanted to live the rest of my life with you, as she stabs this monster. And she says, it's time to give it back. When she says it's time to give it back, I'm assuming she's referring to the body part of Chiyou. But this was such a crazy chapter, and I didn't expect this ending. And that's why I say, I feel like with this ending we got, it's a chance that this monster may be on the verge of death and chooses to merge with Z the same way Chiyou chose to merge with Ku. Now, that's just my take on it. I could be wrong, but you guys can let me know down below what do y'all think is going to happen. And if you like this video, thumb it up, please subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace.